guys, Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. I'm happy to have you here chatting some Raid with yours truly. So how you guys feeling about Artifact Ascension at this point in the game? My general strategy here is to go through all of my boots and see if I can get that elusive speed Ascension on speed boots. And if I do, I just max them all the way out and I farm until I have enough oils to fully max. Other than that, I'm just trying to get really just the first two levels, oil or Ascension levels, I should say, on these artifacts done, and that only takes the lesser oils, so it's much more affordable.
This is $249.
$249. Oh my gosh.
Can you afford it? No.
I only have $1.
Right now I'm kind of broke. I do need to farm a little bit more overnight because I just kind of went on a spending binge, an oil binge if you will, last night. But that's kind of my strategy. So I go with speed boots, try to get the speed ascensions, and then I go for the chest and the gauntlets, try to get those juicy percentage ascensions, and then later on I'll focus on the top row. So anyway guys, I say all that to say that I am into Sand Devil's Necropolis basically because I need to be, right? I want to get those oils. I eventually want to get Ascension on all my best artifacts on my best champions, and it would behoove you guys to do the same. So a few weeks ago, I released a video talking about a very easy solo strategy for lower levels of Sand Devil's Necropolis to help you guys get these lesser oils, and also this strategy can be used for the greater oils as well. Now, in that video, a lot of you guys in the comments was like, yeah, great, Ash, awesome. But what teams do you do? What's your strategy for stage 24 or 25? So today I'm going to tell you that strategy as well. And just so you guys don't have to go back and watch that other video, I'll include the strategy I use for lower levels, depending on, what I'm in the mood for, how much time I have, how much energy I have, etc. Or if I'm going for just the lesser oils, or if I'm going all the way for the superior oils. So anyway, guys, the main strategy that I use, I actually farm stage 24. You can farm stage 25 using Walking Tomb Drang in Godseeker Iniri. It's going to take you about 5, 6, 7 minutes to do so. I prefer farming stage 24 instead, using Ninja, if you have them, in Godseeker Iniri, and that's the only two champions that you need. Now, I want to give credit where credit is due on this strategy. I actually picked it up from Saf over at HH Gaming Network. Really, really good YouTube channel and incredible content over there. I'll link it in the description below. So, just flat out, I took this team from him, and I was like, you know what? I use Ninja in a lot of places, but I don't mind rebuilding him because Sand Devil is so important in the game right now. So Godseeker and Ninja are basically tuned specifically for this stage on my account, which kind of is a bummer, I'm not going to lie, because Ninja just doesn't get as much damage anymore in other areas that I used him because of this build. But we'll talk about that in just a moment. One thing about this is there are no foods used, obviously. We don't want Godseeker to go ahead and trigger her passive here, Guardian Angel, on a food champion. So we're not going to be utilizing any kind of sacrificial champions to help bolster up the masteries here. Furthermore, we're not going to have any offensive masteries on either of these champions. That's, again, kind of the bummer here because it really mitigates how much damage I can get from Ninja vis-a-vis masteries in other areas of the game. However, it's worth the trade-off in my opinion. So again, there's no customization on this team either. No offensive masteries, no aura, and no customization.
You fellas are nothing to worry about. I'm a professional. Who would you die for?
The most important part is that we have these champions in regeneration and immortal gear so that they can heal up between turns, and that we have specifically Godseeker Iniri fast enough so she's faster than the boss so that she can go first, right? We want her to go with that A1 ability before the A3 of the boss Feasting Swarm comes down and kills them both. After that, he's going to obviously be putting himself to sleep. Again, we have no offensive masteries, so it's going to really maximize the time that we're able to actually do damage to the Sand Devil. And again, vis-a-vis the smite damage, man, if you're lucky enough to have Brimstone on your Ninja or your Walking Tomb Drang on level 25, that's going to help a lot in terms of the overall time that it takes to get this run done. But you should still have 100% success rate as long as you do hit the defense, the HP, and the speed on both these champions that I'm about to show you guys. You know what? I'm just going to come to you at the end of this one. I'm going to show you the Walking Tomb Drang run on the earlier levels. That way, again, you don't have to go watch my old video. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and show you the the artifacts and the stats on all these champions. And again, there is no tuning in terms of AI customization. You just drop them in here, and the passive and the revival do all the rest. Keep in mind, when Godseeker Aniri, who's really just one of the best epic champions inside the entire game, when she pulls off the revive, she's resetting the cooldown of all of Ninja's skills, so he's coming right back in with that A2 and doing more damage. So I'll be right back here, guys, in about a minute, and we'll go ahead and do the next run. All right, guys, so we should be killing the Sand Devil on this next round here. Here goes Ninja with the burn, still asleep, and there we go. So again, 2 minutes and 38 seconds, not too bad, and that is my main team and my main run. Let me go ahead and show you really quickly the earlier stages. What I tend to do is go maybe stage 10 is not too bad. You can even go after stage 6. The biggest thing is affinity. Ninja obviously is magic affinity, so we're attacking stage 24, going into spirit affinity. Same thing with Walking Tomb Drang, he is spirit affinity, so we want to make sure that we're targeting a force affinity stage on the Sand Devil. Anti-affinity is going to give you a big help in terms of survivability and overall time. So I can farm with this strategy. Stage 14 takes me a little bit longer, stage 10 takes me a little bit less long, and stage 6, right? But either way, it's going to be the same thing. So on stage 10, we're going to go ahead and remove these champions, put Walking Tomb Drang. Now, Walking Tomb Drang strategy is going to change a little bit. We do want to add in a bunch of food champions so they all die and boost up the Wrath of the Slain and all the other speed masteries so we can get more advantage. Well, I guess technically speaking, right? We can get that advantage to really speed up this run and the damage. So you can see Walking Tomb Drang has absolutely no issues here. Again, he's in a 2-piece Immortal and a 4-piece regeneration set, and the stats are very, very flexible, especially on these earlier stages, right? As long as you have a decent amount of HP on Walking Tomb Drang and you have, you know, the survivability of the heals in between, you're going to be A-okay. It might take you a few minutes, but eventually with all those burns and the A1 activating them, you're going to be good to go, and you're going to be able to farm those lesser oils. I'll come back to you at the end of this run, then I'll show you all the gears and the stats that you need. All right, guys, so here we go, almost done. Gonna go ahead and apply that last burn, and, you know, get sub 3 minutes, not too bad. Stage 10, we go ahead and walk away with some lesser oils, and that would be the strategy that I would use if you can't tackle the stat thresholds of stage 24 or 25. So let me go ahead and show you all the artifacts, all the builds, all the masteries on these champions. Let's go ahead and sort. Let's first start with one of the most important champions in the game, Godseeker Aniri. So again, as I mentioned, we have regeneration, we have immortal. The biggest thing, again, is gonna be the speed to start with here. We want to make sure she's 266 or higher. So again, speed is going to be A1. After that, you don't really care too much about resistance or anything else, just speed, HP, in defense, right? So you want easily over 4,100 on the defense and around 70k on the HP. Remember, the more HP, the more heal we're going to get from the regen and from the immortal sets. So in terms of masteries, as I said, guys, I picked this up from Saf. Great video, great guide. Again, I'll link that for you guys below. But this was like really easy. We took away anything offense. We went down the defense tree, and we ended with Elixir of Life, getting an extra 3,800 HP, 3,810 to be exact, just from the masteries, which really, really helps, okay? That's Godseeker Aniri. Again, I do have regeneration and immortal sets, as I mentioned. HP, defense, and speed on the boots to help make sure we get those speed thresholds. And then again, we have HP on the amulet, HP on the banner, defense on the amulet, and HP on the ring. Of course, just pick and choose and see what you have on your account that can get you to those thresholds, excuse me. All right, next up is going to be Ninja. So poor Ninja, man, totally out of the Relentless gear, which I had him in for years.
I'm not that old though, am I?
And I put him now in the regen and the immortal as well. In terms of stats, 76k on the HP, 3,000 on the defense. That works. We really want to have him 240 or higher on the speed, so this does just fine. We don't even care about crit rate or crit damage. We just want to make sure his accuracy is ideally above around 350. 400 or higher is what I like for stage 24. Keep in mind, he is a strong affinity there as well. Again, he is in regen and immortal. And masteries, again, I went and redid this, and I went with tier 6 being Eagle Eye for that extra accuracy, just to ensure that that all of his HP burns are landing and activating off of that A2 ability. So that's basically it, guys. Nice and easy here in terms of the, not necessarily the stats. Again, you need, most of this gear is really good. And what do I have here? This is like one of my only fully ascended chest pieces. It's HP with HP, just flat stat. I'm not sure if I should have wasted all those oils on this chest, but what's done is done here, guys. And I have speed, obviously, on the boots as well, and I have more HP on the gauntlets. Keep in mind, when you're running regeneration and immortal sets, HP and speed, sure, but HP is going to be king, because that's what's going to dictate how much those heals are. Heals by 15% every turn. Heals by 3% every turn. Obviously, 3% of 50,000 is a lot different than 3% of 70,000, so you want to take that into consideration, prioritizing HP over defense whenever you're running anybody in immortal in regeneration, although it's nice to have both. So guys, those are the stats on both those champions. On Walking Tomb Dreng, he's nice and easy to scale HP because he has a lot of HP to begin with, 23,000 HP, so he has 93k, 218 speed, and then again, enough accuracy, 255 to land his debuffs on those earlier stages, and that's all I'm personally using him for. Now, a very important caveat is we really want to ramp up this speed quite a bit, as well as the defense probably to 3,000, sacrificing a little bit of HP, and then also get that accuracy up to around 400 for tackling stage 25. If you want to see an example of that run, you can go ahead and check out Saf's video. Last but not least, I will say that you can use Eurogrim as well in those earlier stages. Now, this is going to take a little bit longer than Walking Tomb Dreng. We're talking around 6 to 8 minutes, but you can also use the same strategy if you don't have Walking Tomb Dreng or Ninja. He has regeneration in Immortal again. He has 78k on the HP. 2300 was a little low on the defense, but 213 speed, 257 accuracy is again plenty to do those stages, those kind of mid-level stages, right? So we're able to get both the small potion and the medium potion, or excuse me, the small oil and the medium oil, not the superior, so obviously with Eurogrim. So there you go, guys. Hopefully this answers the comments asking for what I use on the higher difficulty levels of Sand Devil's Necropolis. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.